welcome. I'm your host, Kaylin Pride, and this is a show where we let you know what's happening around campus. This coming week, so many programs and events are happening here on campus, but the most important will be coming from Career Services. On Tuesday, February 25th, the DSU Career and Graduate Fair will be held in the MLK Parlors, and you don't want to miss this opportunity to navigate your future. Also, the Student Government Association will be partnering with Career Services for the Life Brought to Life Career Game Night next Wednesday. So joining us to talk a bit more about both of these events are Miss Tamika Lee and Miss Kyla Finelli. How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Great. So, Miss Tamika, as the career coach, can you talk to me a bit more about the career fair?
Absolutely. So as you stated, it is on February the 25th from 12 to 7. We actually extended the time for the career fair because in the fall, a lot of students were still in class, so they weren't able to attend the career fair. So from 12 to 5 is going to be the traditional networking, and then from 5:30 to 7 is actually going to be interviews on the spot. So we have over 70 employers that are going to be there, and we're really excited that the Philadelphia Eagles have confirmed to be there. So
all right,
yeah,
Eagles.
we're excited.
I'm an Eagles fan, so
Oh,
okay,
me
I'm
too,
excited.
girl.
Okay.
Nani.
Oh, not what?
Nani.
Wait, what you mean?
Nani.
So, okay, what's your favorite team?
Patriots.
Oh gosh.
Okay, all right. Me and Miss Tamika here. So can you talk to me about what it took to put this whole career fair on with all these employers?
It takes a lot of legwork. So a lot of emails, a lot of invitations, a lot of following up, and really just trying to invite new employers here for the students and not having the same cookie cutter employers. So really just taking the time to reach out to those employers and really starting early. And so it takes a lot of planning from the entire office, but it also takes a lot of legwork. So it was a lot.
So you planned for the career fair, but what did you do for the students? How did you prepare them?
Oh, so we really just tried to use our social media, so Hornet Career Services, to really engage students with different workshops that we have. So leading up to the career fair, we typically have events where students can either come and have their resumes looked at on the spot. For instance, we had our resume mixer this past week on Wednesday, and we had about 25 students come out that had their resumes and their cover letters looked at. So we try to do a lot of soft skill workshops for the students to prepare them.
That's great. I know I attended some of them, so
Yes,
thank
you did. You did.
Thank you. Yes, I know I was in your office all week bugging you, but
But it's all right.
okay, because you know I love you.
I love all the students. I really do.
And speaking of students, we have our recording secretary of the Student Government Association with us. Can you talk to us about the Life Brought to Life game night that you partnered with Career Services?
Yes, so Life Brought to Life is like a trial run. So post-graduation, how will students navigate outside of the college world? So in your career, there will be questions. It's navigated from the perspective of the game called Life. And that was incorporated by our treasurer, Brendan Lieping. And he wanted students to be interactive with life after life. So it will be questions like, do you want to be a doctor or do you want to be a lawyer? So from your decision, you would go down this path of life. So what kind of house would you have? Would you have a mansion? Would you have a townhouse? And the prospective budgets that will come with that. So just how you balance everything outside of college, on your own. So your career, your house, your income, outside of that when you go shopping. So just balancing all of that life after life.
Okay, I like the idea, and I love the concept of having it be a game night to make students more engaged and make it more fun or lit, if I may say.
Yep.
Okay, so speaking of the game night, I heard you brought a game for us today.
I did.
Okay.
So it's essentially kind of like Family Feud.
Okay.
Any way to bring any type of question to students to kind of give them. So you two are going to be opponents.
Okay,
I'm going
I'm
to ask
ready.
you some questions.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
And so we surveyed students around campus, and we asked these 5 questions. So the top answer wins, okay? So the first question is, and we're going to start with you, Kyla. Name something you do not learn in college.
Your taxes.
Kaylin?
Can I get the same answer?
No. Name something you do not learn in college.
I don't learn how to cook in college.
Okay. The next question is, name the top career choice of the 21st century.
A doctor.
Top career choice of the 21st century.
Lawyer.
Lawyer. Name the broke college student meal.
Ramen noodles.
Cup of noodles.
It's different. Name the popular on-college campus event. The most-
Definitely homecoming.
Homecoming?
Dang, you stole mine.
You can always say career fair.
Spring fling.
Okay, spring fling.
Spring fling. And the last question, name the percent of students that return to grad school after undergrad.
Like 30%?
I'll say 25%.
And I'm going to say you both are winners in my book. Great job, girls.
So who won, for real?
Exactly. There's always a
Because I
winner.
know I didn't.
So the winner really is Kyla, but I didn't want to go there, but yes. But those are the type of questions that are going to be asked during this game.
I like that. That was actually cool. Actually, this was not pre-made. Listen, I did not know any of these questions. So
She did not.
I did not. So that was really interesting. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for
Thank you.
coming.
You're welcome.
And again, the career fair will be next Tuesday.
Yes.
Tuesday, February 25th in the MLK Parlors, and the Life Brought to Life Career Game Night will be next Wednesday in the MLK Parlors.
absolutely.
All right, so stay tuned. Every Friday in the month of February is Hornet Days. And last Friday, Philadelphia high school seniors brought enthusiasm and excitement to DSU. After their campus tour, they watched performances from student orgs such as the Cheerleaders, Approaching Storm Band, and the Hidden Vanity Dance Team. Seniors were even admitted on site to the university, and we look forward to seeing them hopefully coming this fall. And moving from high school to college, every college student has their own personal struggles, whether it's academic, social, or professional. That is why it's essential that our leaders on campus use their voices to relieve the pain of others. This past Monday, the Men of Color Alliance, or MOCA, teamed up with Force Ministries and Elite for this week's Barbershop Talks. All three orgs got together to encourage both male and female students to join the discussion. This week's topics were about being at the right place at the right time. It allowed for students to learn how to not only create opportunities for themselves, but how to go after them when those opportunities are at hand. MOCA hosts various barbershop talks throughout the semester, so make sure to follow them on Instagram at MOCADSU to stay updated on their events. And speaking of men's organizations, the Gamma Upsilon chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated is hosting their annual Sigma Week next week. Here to break it down for us is the president of the chapter, Mr. Lawrence Awosaba, or better known as LA. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did.
I did. Okay, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm great. I'm happy you're here today. So, on behalf of your fraternity, can you tell me about Sigma Week?
Okay, so Sigma Week, it's an annual week that we have every year that that is dedicated and is catered towards the campus. And we use this week to actually, of course we have programs throughout the year, but we use this week to actually target things such as like women empowerment, like how how black people are being portrayed on social media and stuff like that. We just, since we're the People's Frat, we actually use this week to actually just move around with the peoples and just understand and make them feel like we are not just an organization and we are above them.
That's great. Can you tell me what events are happening throughout Sigma Week?
Definitely. So on Monday, we're having our pageant, our Miss PBS pageant.
Okay.
This is a national event that we have every year, and it has a scholarship for whoever is the Miss PBS or whoever the Miss 1914 is. They get a scholarship from the organization, and we use that to just sponsor their books and they sponsor like anything that has to go towards like their tuition.
I like that. I like that. Scholarship is very important,
Very,
especially
very.
for us college students.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me about, well, what else besides the pageant?
Okay, so on Tuesday, we are having another program called When They See Us. As you all may see, everybody have seen the movie When They See Us,
Yeah.
but we kind of spin it up a little bit and we're having this program that strictly speaks on how African American are being portrayed on social media. We all have a stigma that when we get on social media, we can act a certain way, but in all actuality, before although people do look at your resume and companies do look at your resumes, they actually look at your social media as well to see how you carry yourself, because you are going to be representing that company or represent wherever you're going to be a part of. So we having that program and just break and just share some type of light to how we need to carry ourselves on social media. And then on Wednesday, which is one of my favorite programs.
Okay, I was going to ask that.
We're having a Walk Like a Sigma program.
Okay.
This program is literally catered to the students. So we have teams. I have a team myself, and I got a couple of brothers that have a team themselves, and we literally just have females, and we recruited females from all over campus, from freshman to senior class, and we literally just put them on one team, and we teach them how to be a Sigma. We teach them the work that we put in for step shows. We just teach them how to just have fun with being a Sigma. So that program is literally just share your talent, show who you are, how you can carry yourself as a Sigma person.
Right, and Thursday?
And Thursday we're having wing night.
Ooh,
you know, you can never forget the food.
Yo, you can't.
You can never forget. So we're gonna be hosting wing night with CSA, the Caribbean Student Association on campus. Every year we do it by ourselves, but this year we have to do something with the campus since we are a People's Frat.
Right.
So we're doing it with the Caribbean Student Association, and we're literally going to be serving out wings. We're going to be carrying out and exemplifying what scholarship and service is on our campus. And of course, we're going to have some music just to have some type.
Make sure it's lit.
Yeah, we have to have some type of fun with, just to be able to just get some entertainment and not just
course.
make it be just a boring wing night.
Of course.
And then Friday we're going to have service. We more than likely might be going out to Dover Interfaith, and we're going to be cooking out. We're going to be cooking for the adults there, and we're just going to just show them that we care. We're just not college students that are just in organizations just to be in organizations. We have to exemplify everything that comes with it.
Fellowship is definitely important. So
Definitely.
with this whole week, what was the process like in terms of planning it? Because I see your reaction already. Okay.
Well, the process, with anything, there's a process. And the process was very long. We've been planning this week since, believe it or not, since September of last year. A lot of yeses came into certain things and a lot of no's came into certain things. So with this week, we had to literally just properly dig into what is really needed, especially for the student body. We can't just have a program just to have a program.
Right.
We have to have a program that can actually mean something. And we see how social media is social media is a very big thing in our generation nowadays. So we have to find a way to just educate people. And I know we all have family members back at home that we was not taught the right way on how to carry ourselves on social media. So as the men of Sigma, we had to take that upon ourselves to actually sit there and teach the student body how to carry themselves on social media.
That's great.
Oh yeah, make sure you guys follow us at DSU Sigmas on Instagram.
On Instagram?
On Instagram.
On Instagram. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
All right. And Sigma Week won't be the only thing that's popping off next week, as the university will be buzzing with multiple events. Next week around campus, we'll be focusing on our mind, body, and soul. As the Wellness and Recreation Center takes on its Move It Mondays, I'll be joining in with the WRC Fitness Group at 4 p.m. on the first floor to get moving. Also on Monday night at 6:30, Miss Nayera Montanez will be hosting a Create Your Curves class that I'll most definitely be attending in the WRC dance room. Thank you so much for watching, and this has been Around Campus.